And Russian warplanes reportedly are attacking targets in Syria again this morning. U.S. officials say rebel fighters backed by the CIA were hit in one of Wednesday's opening round of airstrikes. Russia's foreign minister insists they only attacked ISIS positions. Defense Secretary Ash Carter says Russia should not use force to prop up Syrian President Bashar al-Assad.
Fighting ISIL without pursuing a parallel political transition only risks escalating the civil war. So this approach, that approach, is tantamount, as I said then, to pouring gasoline on the fire.
Russia's planes are hitting areas of Syria where ISIS is not in control. Holly Williams is in Turkey's Hatay province along the Syrian border. Holly, good morning.
Good morning. Russia gave the U.S. just 1 hour's notice before launching these airstrikes, and there are unconfirmed reports this morning of more strikes. We are now in a very dangerous situation with both the U.S. and Russia conducting airstrikes in Syria, but backing different sides in the country's civil war.
Russian warplanes struck rebel-held areas in central and northern Syria. Despite Russia's claims that it hit ISIS positions, at least some of the targets appear to have been in areas that are not controlled by ISIS or groups linked to al-Qaeda. 36 civilians were killed, including children, according to Syrian opposition forces. A Syrian rebel commander who's backed by the US told us the Russians will be treated as occupiers. Russia has backed the Syrian regime in the country's 4-year-long civil war, in direct opposition to the US, which supports Syria's so-called moderate rebels. The Syrian war has already cost more than 250,000 lives and forced nearly 12 million people to flee their homes. For weeks now, Russia has been building up forces on an airbase near the Syrian city of Latakia, with over 30 fighter jets, as well as helicopter gunships and anti-aircraft systems. The US says it does not object to Russia targeting ISIS, but fears that attacks on other groups will only serve to make the Syrian conflict even bloodier.
As America continues its airstrikes against ISIS in Syria, the US and Russia will hold talks this week to reduce the risk of an accidental collision in Syrian airspace. Charlie.